Hi, I'm Mona from Change Capability, and here I've got with me 3 tips to deal with stakeholder resistance to change, or in other words, managing stakeholders. Now, I don't personally love the word resistance. I think it's more about us providing people with support to address their concerns. And like in many of my other posts on change, there's many models and methods and processes to support stakeholders throughout change and to deal with change itself. So, these tips that I'm going to share with you are helpful once you've mapped out your stakeholders and have started to engage with them. So, this isn't really a model, it's just 3 tips while you are engaging with them. So, the first one is to give people time to reflect on the changes that have been presented to them or proposed or initiated, depending on how you're designing the change, if it's a co design. Sometimes we think there's a magic word or a magic pill that will enable everyone to completely accept the change that we're proposing. And there's a magical key message out there that will make it happen. But think about yourself when you are presented with new information. So you might be someone who needs time to reflect and consider what has been proposed. You may not be, but there's a lot of people who are. So give people time to reflect and provide them with the information they need to carry out this reflection. So it might be facts and figures, it might be evidence of where this has worked in the past or who else is taking it on, how it impacts them. That's a big one that people ask a lot. The second tip is to follow through. And what I mean by this is if you promise something while you're engaging with people and communicating with people, make sure that you follow through with it, or it's something that you can follow through with, uh, because this will maintain trust while you're engaging with these people and implementing or designing change. And it will support you in resolving any resistance and concerns. So people tend to become more solution focused when they trust you. And just think about experiences that you've had in the past where someone has proposed something to you, said that the change will do XYZ, or yes, we'll follow up and do XYZ. They don't do it. They never do it. They don't get back to you on it. How has that made you feel? There's that window of trust that you can really create that will help you to build trust and resolve stakeholder resistance. So my third tip, and this is, I actually think, a huge part in effective change behaviors and change management in general, and transformation especially, when people see yours and others' behaviors aligned to the new ways of working, they naturally feel compelled to eventually learn and follow your lead. So role modeling desired behaviors of the future state, desired thinking of the future state is absolutely critical in bringing people on board and reducing and minimizing that stakeholder concern and resistance. So this is demonstrated in the innovations adoption curve that you may have heard of, where there's innovators, early adopters, early majority, early minority, and so on. The middle majority need to see the innovators and the early minority do the change before they see it, before they see that it works, and it can be trusted and it's actually beneficial to them. So they need to see that the change works and it's beneficial and that it's here to stay. So this provides this role modeling, and the fact that people are already doing the change or behaving in the new ways, thinking in the new ways, creates that sense of urgency that we want to get people acting in the new ways of working. So follow me for more tips and sign up to our Psychology of Change newsletter if you're passionate about change, the human experience of change, supporting people throughout change. If you're a people practitioner, a line leader, middle manager, or an executive and want to know what your role is in change, I'll be sharing more tips here.